I did have an obscene song about Jesus, but I've kind of had my thunder stolen there, so sorry about that. Okay, I'll keep it quick. Basically, so it's Christmas time, and I thought I'd share with you a heartwarming story for Christmas. I'm not comparing myself to Charles Dickens here. Please don't think that I'm doing that. Get it out your head. Get it out your head. I'm not Charles Dickens. I'm nothing. I'm a little bit like Charles Dickens, but get it out your head. I'm nothing like Charles Dickens. All I'm saying is he was English. I'm English. Can that be a coincidence? So, basically, what happened this past summer? As some of you might know, I live in a country called England. You might not know England. England, yeah, it was very big once upon a time. Hey, man, you heard about that? You heard about those English? Yeah, man, they got British. They got a big old empire. They're taking over the world. It's a crazy ass jive, man. That was for you. Okay, you weren't here last time. I integrated it just for you. Okay. So England, very big once upon a time. England is also the place where I keep my parents. So I was visiting England this past summer, and one morning my mum woke me up, and I saw her, and when she woke me up, she was upside down, which was very confusing to me, because say what you will about my mum, but she's always rigidly followed Newton's law of gravity. Then I realized in my mind, like, the reason she was upside down is because I was lying in bed. So I rectified this by standing up. And she was standing next to my dad by my bed. And she said to me in quite a serious voice, she said, using her mouth to speak, as she often does, she said, Paul, your father and I have been talking. As you know, it's our 20th wedding anniversary next week. And it was their 20th wedding anniversary. And she continued, again using her mouth. She's very, very good at speaking with her mouth. And she said, Paul, your father and I have been talking with each other, and I know it's always bad if you tell someone what you want as a present. And I said, well, yes. In the back of my mind thinking, well, I forgot it was their anniversary anyway, so okay, let her continue speaking. And she said, Paul, you've always been a bit of a disappointment to your father and I. Okay. And she said, fair enough. And she said, we've been talking with each other, and what we'd really like as a nice present for our 20th wedding anniversary is for you to kill yourself. Now, how's he going to rescue this one? So she, I said, oh. And then my dad came in very enthusiastically. He said, oh, son, it's going to be great. What we're going to do, we've hired a local pub for the celebrations. About 6 o'clock, what we want you to do is stand in a table in the middle of the room, hang yourself from the ceiling, and at about 6:05, the deed will be done. Basically, what will happen, you'll be like a kind of chandelier hanging from the roof for the rest of the evening, but slightly more pungent. And so this took me aback a little bit, as it would do. So I went to a local cafe to kind of think it over, and I thought, well, I mean, I have been a disappointment to them for many years. I started with such promise. I was in so many school plays. I had so many good reviews. 5 years in a row, I played a tree in school productions, and the school paper said I gave a solid and unflashy performance in the role. It was everything you could want from a tree. But, you know, in recent years, I disappointed them. I don't know if you remember, but when people used to graduate from university, they used to get jobs afterwards. You know, it's an old-fashioned idea, but, you know, some people, they're not living in the modern world. And, you know, I'm part of this new generation. We don't really do that anymore. So, yeah, and then, of course, I got a job, but I'm in China, so it's not easy to pop in and see me every now and again. So I thought, you know, maybe they do have a point. Maybe I will do my best to, you know, to grant their wishes. So anyway, but then that evening I thought, well, who doesn't love an early present? Who doesn't love getting a present earlier than they thought they would? So, I mean, I took an overdose of pills in my bedroom, and I'll spare you the grisly details of what happened. Suffice to say, you know, pass out, vomit, hospital, vomit. Vomit. But Basically, when I came to, I looked around and I saw three faces. One concerned-looking nurse and two even more disappointed-looking parents at the side of my hospital bed. And as I looked at their crying, disappointed faces, I thought, you know, maybe you can go too far to try and please your parents. Now, how was I going to turn this into a heartwarming story? Let me know. I've got it. That was a joke. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good evening.
Mr. Paul Kreese, everybody. Fantastic.